All right. It's Friday, 28th, and we are on the heels of uh, Monday off, and it's going to create even straight than you would think, especially if you can see what happened over the last many hours. So let's see what happens this morning. Maybe we got lucky with a couple trades, but yeah, expectations have to be definitely drowned it out because of the holiday week end, and especially this whole week was kind of slow, as the VIX is definitely a 17 handle, probably a lot lower than that. So we'll see what the day brings. Let's give you our levels for this morning. And again, be careful and just know that there's nothing much that you have to dial down your expectations today for sure. Pivot this morning is 42.12. Resistance at 17, 25, 33, 44. And support at 06, 41.99, 93, and 86. Pivot 11. Resistance at 17, 25, 33, 44. Support 06, 41.99, 93, and 86. All right. Let's see what the day brings as the market opens up here. Again, we do have so you can tell here by the way I'm talking that this will be a quick morning for everybody, because I definitely don't want to watch, as my friend from Texas said yesterday, it's like watching the grass grow. He's going to go outside and watch the grass grow, and that's how it was trading yesterday. It's very, very slow. Expectations here have to be kind of the same. So let's be patient. Chicago PMI is coming out at 8:45, so in about 14 minutes. That is a number that is going to be released here. So we shall see what that is going to bring us. And then at 9 o'clock, consumer sentiment coming out as well. Not really a big market mover, but then again, nothing's going to be a really big market mover today unless something goofy happens, which not beyond the realm of possibilities if you're trading futures. Anything could happen at any moment. So that's why, again, we always keep our stops in place. All right. We'll see what happens. Welcome some of the new folks that might be joining us today. We are trading mini S&Ps here. We are trying to take advantage of ebbs and flows of the market. We don't believe markets go straight up or straight down. Consequently, we're looking for those inflection points that create the opportunity to scalp. Those inflection points are the levels that we gave out as one set of setups, and then another set of setups is any price action activity that might occur, given a few bars that get painted out after a few minutes in the morning. And that's what we might be looking at every day here. All right, just kind of hovering on both sides of our pivot here. Very, very quiet overnight trade. market slowly down ticking, so support here at 06. Remember, we do have a number coming out here at 8:45, so in about 11 minutes. Anybody have any questions, feel free to ask in the chat box area. Also, if you look at the chat box area, you can see the levels that we printed out. So everybody hopefully you have a really great weekend, Monday off with Memorial Day. So over here in the States, have Mondays no trade. United States is pretty much federal holiday closed down. Exchanges are closed. So that is why today might be a little, not so much busy. Oh, it is cold here. The worst part is the rain. So I happened to attempted to go play golf yesterday, and it was clear when I started. Very windy and a bit nippy. For you guys in California, you'd be wearing your fur coats with the nippy part. But hey, I'm a trooper here, so we went out there, and it was okay. You get to the ninth hole and finish the ninth, and then the rain starts. Nothing like a 40s, 50-degree rain with wind, is just brutal. And I was really shooting really good too. That was really the kicker. I was 42 on the after 9, and on the 10th hole where we started, I'm on the green in 2, and it was a par 4. And I was like, forget it. I'm not even gonna. We're leaving. I just picked up my balls and we're out of here. It was just getting nasty. Is the market open all day today? Good question. You might not even recognize it. But yes, it will be open all day today. Yeah, Tim, it was like, it was the wind. The wind that was the hard part to deal with. It was just cold. We're almost June, I should say. And I'm thinking of January and we have, literally could feel the wind chill. How bad it was. I know, what's a wind chill? I know. You know what? Yesterday, usually I tell you, we live in Chicago, or I live in Chicago. And the wind, they call it the Windy City for a reason. That's for sure. All right, we are mired in this range that we've been at for since all day today, all night and morning, and nothing happening. right, we're slowly down ticking support down at '06. Number coming out here in about 5 minutes or so. So be mindful of that also. We don't like to have positions on when a number is released, even today. Probably nothing will happen, but you know, it's not worth the risk of getting into a position. So kind of quiet, nothing going on. It's a holiday weekend. Well, Friday. Monday we're off. Let's see what we talk about here besides me blabbing about nothing. All right, the number was released here. As you can tell, nothing is happening. Nothing's going on in the market. They released this one number that we had coming out. We do have consumer sentiment coming out here at in about 15 minutes as well. So that's going to be maybe a market mover, but this number, which is the bigger of the two numbers, didn't make the market move at all. And we're just hovering around our pivot again. Nothing to get too excited about, that's for sure. Can we repeat the levels in the chat box area for those of us who might have come in a little bit late? There are the levels for you. Yeah, I know. Oh, just a minute. Yeah. I was switching over the trading SEP in the financials. So they switched over to SEP in the financials, I guess this week. And so that is, that happened this week. So I was switching over to charts so that we could trade so that I can show the SEP contract. So that means in a couple weeks, we'll be switching over to the SEP contract and the equities. As the market is just kind of bouncing around our pivot here, kind of going nowhere fast. And the consumer side, Kurt, I'll answer your question in just a second here. Consumer sentiment coming out here at about 10 minutes. Again, both sides of our pivot, very, very quiet, not much happening. Support down at the 06, number coming out in 10 minutes. So the question is how long did it take me to get comfortable trading what I'm doing? And, you know, first of all, when I started doing this, I was trading a lot more and scalping and getting into the market very often, as I was doing when I was standing in the pit trading. And I realized it just it's not working out too good. The volatility and the movement, too erratic on the screen. You basically had to find or adjust a little bit here to picking your spots. I was doing that in the pit as well, so it was just a little bit of a transition, not the worst transition, but it takes a little bit of time to get used to get confident in what you're doing, and to realize that you believe in the system and believe in what it's telling us. And that way you have an opportunity to, again, the more you get confident in your trading, the better it's going to be for yourself and for everybody. And then the more you get confident in what we're doing, then you get to trade it like almost like every day. And it's tough to get that confidence, but that's what we're trying to do here on an everyday basis, give you confidence in trading, understanding what we're doing, and then you go from there. So my original length of time when I started trading, if you ask me, how long ago did it take me to start learning to trade when I started trading on the floor? That was a shorter period of time. It was only like 6 months or so. That's a little bit better than normal. So as we come down here to our 6 area, so we have a little support down here. Tim, how you doing? Yeah, so we obviously you're paying for the levels that we give out every morning when you join the friends and family. It's just a way to make sure that most people who are in here are serious about what they're doing. And then if you want to, if you start seeing some of the things that we do and you see how it works and you appreciate the opportunity here, then, if you're interested, there's an education package that we offer in addition to that, but you get credit for your friends and family donation. It's not a donation, actually. It just keeps the charts and everything going, because we obviously have to pay for those in the room. But yeah, it's just a matter of you getting credit for that. So the education part is where, if you really want to fine tune your trading and take it to another level and use expand your the concepts that we have, then that's where you want to be to as we have a nice rotation here off of our 6 level, a nice little pop up here for us. It's good to get that on today, right? Considering. So, all right. Yesterday, this week, we were missing it by just 1 tick. Today, actually, we got in by just 1 tick. So, and you always forget that. You always remember, oh gosh, I missed a trade today by a tick, and then you don't remember the day when you actually get filled by a tick and it was a perfect trade for us and you have no risk involved and it pops up. All right, there you go. Oh, KC, nice little trade for this kind of Friday. So I hope I answered your question there, Tim. Let's see. Yeah, so if you give us your contact information, the guy who's been talking before, Brad, will give you a call, and he'll explain to you, what we try to do. What I'll explain to you that we use live charts to teach you our education. We do this in this room late in the afternoon, and you are kind of work with you to maximize your profit targets. Everybody's got different risk tolerances, so we work with you to make sure you maximize your risk based on how much risk you want to take as far as contracts are concerned, how you enter your trades. Yeah, we show you how to find the levels. We also show you how to look for price action opportunities that the market gives us. So all of that is part of the education, and also some psychology. Basically, don't do the things that I did that were bad, and explain to you why they were bad. And so most of the stuff that we do is basically an explanation of why you pick a level, what to look for, recognition of the trade, and then to take advantage of it when it occurs. And that's, I relate it to if you wanted to be a doctor or something, or wanted to go for surgery, and the guy gives you a scalpel and says, "Here, go ahead, cut somebody open." You don't know what you're doing. So we try to explain it a little bit so that when you're watching, instead of just watching numbers flicker on a platform, there's some reasons what we're looking for. level that we're trying to achieve, and then what happens when we get to that level, and then how we react to it, and how you keep your stops, and all that kind of good stuff. All right, so we got a nice entry point there. And again, if you are interested in all of that, just give us your contact and your telephone number. And if you put it to panelists only, Brad and I see it, so you don't have to worry about anybody else giving you a call, and we'll get back to you. Try to explain it more to you. See if it'll be a good fit. So a nice rotation there off of our 6 level. Again, we're not going to be perfect, but if you did get in at a half point above and below, you did okay. If you got in a point above and below, you did okay. And now we're just kind of back up here. I would say if you still have any, just have a trailing stop. Maybe we get back up to the pivot here, but you got 3 points on a very slow day, so let's just be happy. It'd be a good one to just kind of hang out for Friday, for holiday weekend Friday. I'm not one to not want to work because I do like to trade, but you also gotta appreciate the fact that the market is on the verge of a holiday and it's going to be really, really slow. I mean, I wish I could tell you it differently, but all right, nice rotation back up here to the pivot. This is how you can take a little bit more than 2 or 3 points on your trades. You really had no heat on that one whatsoever. And again, only if you're trading multiple contracts, you can, scale in, scale out, and so that's how you can maximize some of your profits here. What would I say the coolest part of trading on the floor was, unfortunately is the proper terminology. It's the coolest. Well, I think the coolest part was probably, I would have to say, when there was something that was going to create market movement, or there was a number that was going to be released, or if there was, let's say, for example, something is happening, but you didn't know what it was, but you knew something was happening, was the amount of energy that was created on the floor that you felt without knowing that it was happening, but you just knew something was happening. And that's the one thing that you don't have on the screen when you're watching these numbers. When you're standing on the floor, you kind of knew something was going on. You didn't know what it was. You always found out later. We always did find out later what it was, and you just traded around it. Whatever energy was there at that moment, you felt it, and you didn't have to have. We didn't have to know that there was a number going to be released like in a minute here, at half a minute. So if you're trading, or if you have a position on where a number is going to be out here momentarily, but you just knew that there was something that was going on in the market, and it's one thing that you do not feel when you're trading electronically. All of a sudden the market would start moving really fast and going through levels and stuff. You would feel that energy when you were standing in the pit, and you know something was up. Here, when you're watching these numbers flicker on the screen, you just don't feel that same energy. As the number is released here, and it's just kind of hanging out. Coming back up here to the range we've been at, but at least it went down there and gave us a little opportunity against our level. And again, if you're trying to stay long, then that's great. Got through to the pivot, and now kind of moving up here a little bit. So yeah, if you think that was, and obviously, you know, it was totally, you know, the camaraderie and, you know, the talking back and forth, and sometimes it got really, really slow and hard and boring, and other times, you know, it was energetic and kept you focused, which is what I'm trying to do sometimes when the market's, you know, slow and you hear me yakking away, because sometimes I realize that, you shouldn't be trading. 1, 2, you know, you need to stay awake. 3, you know, you have to know that there's a number out, you know, so, you know, all those things. That's what we try to do here in this room, is just kind of keep that focus for a little bit, at least for the first couple hours in the morning, because again, we focus more on the first couple hours in the morning because the volatility and the dynamics of the trade is better for us. You can get a little bit more, definitely get some opportunity, more opportunity in the morning than you do late in the afternoon. So that's where we're at. I don't know if that was the coolest thing. It was definitely something that you definitely don't have when you're trading here on the floor, you know, watching the market moves. How did I get involved? Well, when I went to the University of Illinois, and I took a futures class. Makes sense, right? Because you're in Chicago, and they have futures. I don't know if that trader's teaching it. I don't remember who it is. It's a different story when you got you're an academic person who's never traded before trying to explain futures, and a futures trader. Because academic people look at charts and try to explain movement through other reasons, and as a trader, you're really not caring about that. You're just caring about opportunities to trade. So, and then we took a tour of the floor, you know, and I really got hooked on it. And then I met somebody who was trading, and so I graduated and I was working in the private sector for a bit, and then the opportunity came up that I can trade. And at the time, it was not so bad to trade. It was like you can lease a seat. You have to go through the process of getting approved by the membership and take a test, and then you put up some capital, and the cost of trading at the beginning was fairly cheap. I mean, I started trading for $400 a month. It was, and then plus obviously fees. But for me to get on the floor, I needed to have a seat, so I leased a seat, and it was for $400 a month. It allowed me to trade the bond market. There was other seats available there that allowed you to trade the grains, or allowed you to trade, cattle, or whatever was there in the other markets. But I just took the seat that allowed me to trade the bond market, because the bond market at the time was the most active and most market that gave you a good chance. And it was, starting out. Basically at the time, it was only like 5 years old, but it was picking up steam really fast. It was the best contract traded on the SIBO at the time. It was Board of Trade at the time. So of course the first 3 months were tough. They threw me to the wolves. They basically just threw me into the pit and said, "Go ahead, trade." They didn't explain much to me. And here we are. Have you heard about the X Fair? Is that like the Traders Expo or something? But yeah, at the beginning, it was like, go ahead and give me your money for sure. There's no doubt about that. Oh, the new exchange. No, I've not heard of the X Fair being a new exchange. No. Well, ICE I've heard. Yeah, I've not heard of the X. What is that called? X Fair. Everything is so centralized now. Like, the exchanges have consolidated, so there's two big exchanges, three, well, the futures. Then obviously there's stocks and there's the NASDAQ, and it's hard to start a new exchange and say that you're going to be a legitimate exchange. You need a lot of institutions to go in there and trade it, whatever contract you're going to trade. I mean, they tried to do that years ago with the bond market. What is changing? Are you going to? So, are you going to trade with Dorman now? Is that what you're saying? You're going to clear Dorman. Oh, really? Interesting. I've never heard of it. I have to. I got to check that out. I have to find out what that is. Really? Hmm. All right, we are just kind of hanging out here. Uh, but again, we had a nice little trade there against our first level of support, and now we're just kind of hovering around in this range. I don't know how excited you want to get, but I'm just saying. But we did have a nice little trade there against our first support level, and now we're just kind of, yeah, it doesn't make sense either. I have to find out about it, to be honest with you there, Robert, and we'll see I'll try to find out information about it. Yeah, they claim it's not so much as if they give you better uh, rates and commissions. First of all, you need the liquidity, and that's the one thing about a new exchange is that you need the liquidity to be able to trade it. You have the liquidity trading it when you're trading on the CME, because that's the major exchange, right? Everybody comes in there. So it doesn't matter if you're getting a fee reduction if you can't get in and out of your trades at a nominal price, at the price you're looking at. So that's the that's the problem with starting out a new exchange. But hey, let them knock their socks off. Can't hurt. Next fair. I'll definitely have to ask my contact there, see what is happening. Yeah, I don't blame you, but I can't imagine that any brokerage firm is going to want to send you to an exchange that doesn't have enough liquidity. It just doesn't make any sense either. VIX is down to 16.5. We were 18, and we were even going down a point every day this week. Thanks, Robert. As the market continues to slowly downtick here, again, next support level we have is down at the 41.99 area. I mean, our level basically worked the first rotation to it, and now we're not going to dip our toe there against it. We shall wait. Look for the 41.99 area. And really, that is the hard part of trading, is to be able to, especially when it's slow like this, to wait for an opportunity that the market gives us to trade. So if we can do that, it'd be okay. So that's what you have to do, especially when it's slow like this. Nice. Good job. Good trade there, Robert. All right. Again, we're not going to be trading this 06 level. Next support level is down at 41.99, and we could hold here. I mean, we could have seen the range for the day, right? And that is a possibility. We just never know. I don't know there, Don. Could maybe something will happen. But right now, it's just slow. We're pushing down here against our lows again because the 6 already worked. I would say that it's a little bit more tenuous this time. I would obviously you're taking it's a lot riskier if you're going to attempt to do it again. All right, so next level on the downside we have is down at 41.99. Resistance would be around the 10 area. So yeah, well, actually, got let's see, I'm kind of busy this weekend. I got a graduation party for my nephew Saturday. Then I have our family is getting together Sunday for barbecue, so that's kind of nice. Get to see the girls all in one place. Hopefully they all behave. You never know with girls. Just never know. But Sunday morning I'm going golfing with the sons-in-laws. That'll be fun. And Monday I had no plans until last night, where my friend goes, "Hey, you want to go play golf Monday morning?" I'm like, "Oh, okay." Forcing me to go play. So yeah, I couldn't say no. I have no plans. So right, I mean, you know. So the weather is going to be freezing today. Still, it's windy and cold and rainy, but it's supposed to get into 50s, low 50s, not even high. I mean, we're talking wind chill 50s, right? And yes, wind chill 50s, because wind and rain, it's not. But they say tomorrow 60s. So, and then Sunday closer to 70. So the weather's going to turn around a little bit here over the next few days, hopefully. I mean, if you believe the weather, man. 70s, perfect. So I don't know. I'm hoping that we get the good weather. So we'll see what happens. You just never know. It's Chicago, after all. But yeah, so hey, I might be a little bit busy this weekend, which is good because otherwise the alternative is just to stay home, watch TV. Boring. Definitely not trading. That's for sure. All right. Support level. Next support level, we're down at the 99 area. Look at that. Just so happens to be our settlement price as well. Jeez. Didn't know that. Did not know that. That's not how we fix our levels. We don't know those things. What are you going to do, Mayor Mark? You going to go out to visit Minnie and Mickey again, or is that it for you? One-time visit. Since you live in California, do you like go there all the time? Is that how it works? I mean, I don't know. The one time I took my family out there, it cost me an arm and a leg. Oh, that's so cute. You guys have birthdays almost together. So yeah, that's when I decided to buy Disney stock when I took my kids to Disney World and saw how much money I spent with my family there. I'm like, okay, this is a great scam they got going here. That was like 20 years ago. It's still going. Nice. You're going to see your son, if I'm not mistaken. I think he's there, right, Tim? Yes, nice. Very nice. That'll be nice. Yeah, it will be warmer south, and St. Louis is definitely going to be warmer than Chicago. But hey, I'll take 70s right now after yesterday. And yesterday was brutal. I can play if it's cold and the sunny, right? 50s and sunny, it's doable. But the worst is 50s, cloudy, rainy, and windy. That is no mas. Not happening. Yeah, I am vaccinated. I got vaccinated here. So it's kind of weird. You get different rules for different places in Chicago anyway. The state is opening up a little bit, but some places say if you're vaccinated, you don't have to wear your mask, but they really don't check to see if you're vaccinated. So I guess it doesn't matter. I hope that people, I mean, it's my thing. I have gotten into a discussion with people who don't want to get vaccinated. I just don't get it. Uh, yeah, for sure. Yeah, I don't get, you know, it's, well, I mean, I understand their argument. I just don't, maybe can't accept it. I don't know. I'm just having a little trouble with understanding people who don't want to get vaccinated just because, oh, stop it. 80s and golf. That's stop it, Robert. Stop it. Stop. There's always somebody's got to tell me how warm it is in Florida or how warm it is in California and how they're going to the beach or how they're going to go play golf and it's 80s and sunny outside and I'm here in Chicago freezing. I got you guys. You guys are really nice. You know, friends like you, who needs enemies, right? You guys are the best. I was on my jet ski yesterday. Another joker. Send me some sunshine. Hey, look, I have to tell you that we do need the rain. Nice trade there, Don. We do need the rain, so I can't complain. It has been really dry around here. All right, Don, way to jump in there. Are you kidding? Bob? No, Bob. I mean, Bob. Don bought the 2.5. He had two. He also had 2.5 and 5. So he probably bought both of them. This is slow. What are you talking about? This is much faster than yesterday. How are you complaining? Do you forget yesterday? I mean, you're complaining about this is slow. It did popped off at a 2.5 in like 5 minutes, and you're complaining. You forgot about yesterday, I think. All right, we're just kind of floating back up here. Well, blue band. I don't know if you want to do the blue. I mean, just be careful if you're going to do any trades. I'm just not so, we had 41.99 down below. That's our next support level. Little resistance here at the 9 area, but just keep your stop in if you're going to take it. Not a bad trade there, Don. And you didn't have to wait all day for it. All right, as you can see, they've slowed down a lot here. So remember, they switched over the bond contract to the from June to SEP. So so they're probably going to switch over equities in a couple weeks. I would venture to say.
Hey, quick shout out to Michael K. Hey, Mike, I've got that info for you. Just let me know if you're in range. Michael K. Hey, Tim S. Hey, Tim, if you want to take a couple minutes to speak on the telephone, just let me know. We'll give you that update and information that you're looking for. That's for Tim S. Just let me know if you're in earshot also. I'm going to send out the opportunity to sign up for Sol's Monthly at a discount. If you've been coming in, make sure you sign up so you don't get exited. I'll send it out to everybody now. Could be candidates for Sol's Monthly. Hey, Fred. Kathleen, you're on the opportunity list for yourself. There you go. Laura H., I'll send it out to you. Hey, Laura, how are you doing? Any questions about Sol Services? Don't hesitate to ask. If you need trading software, let us know. If you need better trading software, let us know. Pat R. Pat, you've been coming in, right? Let me give that out to you. Hey, Roop. Everybody else looks good. We're going for 100% participation. Peter, I missed you, Peter, for a second. Let me know if you're already signed up for it. So Tim S., let me know if you're back in earshot. Michael K., let me know if you're back in earshot, and we can get things rolling for you.
All right, Kurt. Thank you for that info. I figured it would be in a couple weeks, so around June 10th is going to be the skip over to the subcontract and the equities. All right, we've come up here against our blue band here at 9. Testing that little area here. Only if you're aggressive did you take this. Again, as the market day goes on, market's slowing down a little bit. Keep that into consideration. All right. Again, very, very slow trade. Let's be patient. Next level on the downside we have is at a 99. And it seems to be holding our blue band here, 9. Again, if you were aggressive, maybe you took that little trade there for you and you got paid off here very nicely. Just a little bit of a selling opportunity there. Again, you had to be a little aggressive. And if you weren't, that's fine. All right. We definitely taken as much as we can out of the trade today, I think. I don't know if it's anything that's gonna happen. Take care there, Don. You too. Have a great weekend. Enjoy the long holiday, long weekend, and we'll see you on Monday for sure. Oh, Tuesday. Sorry. I'm talking about a long weekend. I'm talking about Monday. Yeah, Tuesday. Yeah, you too there, Mark. You too there, Alex. You have a great weekend as well. Everybody have a great weekend. You too, Mike.
Hey, quick shout out to Kathleen M. Hey, Kathleen, are you back? Let me know in chat. Tim S. Let me know if you're back. Peter, let me know if you're back. Use the chat feature to respond, Peter. Hey, Tim, did you want to reach out and talk about Sal's course and the other information that you asked for? Yeah, that's fine. Just have a great weekend. We'll talk then. You're talking about Sal's education. Again, if you sign up for the friends and family, you get a discount based on the education, so you might want to do that.